Hey guys, Jaythestingray here again. I got another Cocktober review for you here, and this is day number 15. And this is a movie recommended by LovelyLobotomy, or Melanie, formerly of the Comatose '08 channel. And she's a great person. She's a good friend of mine here on YouTube, and I know this is one of her favorite movies, so I'm going to try to do a good job with this review. Hopefully I can do it justice. This is The Princess Bride. Came out in 1987. It's the first time I've ever seen this film. And I've heard people talk about this movie forever, and I've just never got around to watching it. Probably because it has princess in the name. I'm just guessing. But I really had no idea what it was about at all before I watched it. And I was kind of surprised. It surprised me a little bit. You know, it was a shot in the dark for me. I had no idea what was coming, but yeah, let me give you some of the stars here. Stars Carrie Ells, Mandy Patinkin, Chris Sarandon, Christopher Guest, Andre the Giant, Fred Savage, Robin Wright, Peter Falk, Billy Crystal. Lots of folks in this one. This is a all-star cast for sure. But yeah, the film opens with Fred Savage is like a sick little boy, and this is supposed to be present day, so I'm assuming it's in the 80s at some point. The ice maker always freaks me out when I'm doing videos. But yeah, okay. Fred Savage is a sick kid, and his grandfather comes over to read him a story to make him feel better, and it's The Princess Bride is a story he reads. So then you go back into it's like a fairy tale, modern. Well, you go from the modern day to the fairy tale, and at that point it opens on Buttercup, played by Robin Wright. She plays Buttercup, and also the Princess Bride, the title character, and her, I guess, like boyfriend Wesley. And they are talking. You know, he's like a stable boy for her, and you know he always just does what she tells him to. And she eventually falls in love with him, and then he has to go to sea, to find his fortune or something. He goes to sea for some reason, and he is apparently like kidnapped by pirates and is thought to be dead. So she goes ahead and accepts the marriage proposal of Chris Sarandon's character, Prince Humperdinck, making her, she will eventually become the Princess Bride. And that's when I think she decides that she doesn't want to marry Prince Humperdinck and leaves, and then she gets kidnapped by these three guys, and one of them is a really accomplished swordsman, and that's Indigo Montoya is the name of that character. And then Andre the Giant is there. And then the third guy is, I forget his name, Vizzini, maybe? And he's the leader. He's an asshole, smart ass. And, let's see, Indigo Montoya is a really accomplished swordsman. He's looking for a six-fingered man that killed his father. That's his lifelong goal, is to find the guy who killed his father. So those three guys kidnap her, and then they're pursued by this pirate, and I forget his name right off, but they're pursued by this pirate, and you eventually find out that pirate actually is Wesley. You know, not really a big spoiler there. You can totally tell through the costume that it's him. So that's Wesley, and he's going back to get her, right? And then you eventually just get to a point where they eventually come together. I'm trying to get this straight. Those three come together, and they're on the same team, basically. And they're all fighting against Prince Humperdinck because, he wants to marry her, and they don't. So they get to... it's all this fairy tale stuff. They're... There's quicksand, there's midgets dressed as rats, and there's lots of crazy shit like that. Sea monsters and these giant eels that are called screaming eels. Uh, so lots of weird stuff like that. And there's a there's this one time it's this there's this cliff. It's called like I think it's called like the Cliff of Solitude, or no, what's it called? Oh shit, I forget the name of the cliff, but I thought it was really cool. It like sounded like a Metallica song or something. Anyway, um, yeah, it's kind of hard to describe. It's like so much shit that goes on. It's kind of hard for me to talk about it all, but yeah, I eventually get to where there's like a battle at the end. Obviously, you know, the battle between Wesley and the Prince. Fights his way to the Prince, and well, some other things happen, and you get to meet Billy Crystal's character, and he's just hilarious. I love that part. When I saw the dude, like Billy Crystal has so much makeup on, I was like, God, that's got to be Billy Crystal, but it was really hard to tell because it didn't look like him at all. But yeah, Billy Crystal does a great job. Really, really small cameo role by him. He actually has to bring Wesley back to life because they had some machine developed that they tortured Wesley with that like sucked out his soul or some shit. I can't really remember, but really bizarre stuff. He essentially died, and then Billy Crystal brought him back to life. But anyway, sorry about that. The cat was having a conniption fit over here, but yeah. I mean, that's about it. You know, you get to meet lots of cool characters, and then Indigo Montoya eventually finds the guy who killed his father, and he has a battle with him. And if you ever have a chance, you know, all you guys that are fans of this movie, go read like all the trivia on IMDb. There's lots of really interesting things about this movie. Um, just really cool stuff. Directed by Rob Reiner, I believe. Rob Reiner, I don't think I mentioned that yet. And Rob Reiner's kind of hit and miss for me. I like a lot of his stuff, and I dislike a lot of his stuff. But he directed This Is Spinal Tap, so that's like one of my favorite movies. So This Is Spinal Tap. I'm definitely gonna have to review that sometime soon. But anyway, guys, I know this has been kind of a distorted review. You can't really get a very good picture of how the movie is, but I did enjoy it. There's a lot going on. If you haven't seen it, I'd recommend checking it out. It's a cool, fun watch. So check it out. Let me know what you think. And thanks for the recommendation, Mel. Peace.